Have you ever seen anything more magical? Releasing lanterns into the sky is one part of the Peng Festival. Taking part in Peng is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but it's not easy. We had a lot of trouble figuring everything out. There are several ways to participate in the festival that can cost you a lot of money. But if you're willing to go through some hassle, you can experience it for free. We'll share exactly how we did it in this video.
Okay, this festival is confusing. Usually there's two festivals happening in Chiang Mai at the same time, Peng and Loi Krathong. Peng involves the sky lanterns and Loi Krathong involves the floating baskets or the krathongs. Plan to spend at least 2 days in Chiang Mai so you can celebrate both festivals. As of 2020, it is illegal to send off lanterns within the city limits. The big lantern releases you've seen online will all be miles from the city center. Finally, we've seen a lantern at the Lantern Festival. Yes. Any lanterns you see in Chiang Mai have been released illegally. We saw one couple sneakily selling lanterns, but they were quickly shut down by the police.
He's ready. You see that exchange? Oh my god.
There's a whole schedule of events in the city center. The festivities start near the Ta Pei Gate, or Eastern Gate of the Old Town. Then there's a parade from the Eastern Gate all the way to the Nawarat Bridge, where the krathongs are released into the Ping River. All along the way are food stalls and vendors selling krathongs. The streets were wildly busy. Don't expect to get anywhere fast. Since you can't send up lanterns in Chiang Mai, where are people getting all these insane photos with hundreds of lanterns? There are 3 possibilities: CAD, Maejo University, or Doi Saket Lakes. If you've come all the way to Chiang Mai and don't want to deal with the hassle of organizing all the details yourself, then just buy tickets to CAD or the Maejo University. Both events are huge lantern releases far outside of Chiang Mai. Your ticket will include round-trip transportation, a buffet meal, and of course a lantern. These tickets need to be booked far in advance because they do sell out and they're not refundable. And let's not forget the price. That's almost $150 for a standard ticket. For all that money, it must be incredible, right? Well, now, if you want to save some money, you can go to Doi Saket Lakes instead. The local government hosts a celebration here and it's completely free. And we were really happy we made the effort to get all the way out there.
Doi Saket Lakes is 25 kilometers outside of Chiang Mai. There are a few ways to get there. You can take a Grab or tuk-tuk, but it'll be expensive. You can drive yourself, but beware that parking is limited and traffic is bad. Or you can do what we did and take the local transportation. Put the coordinates on the screen into Google Maps to get to where the yellow trucks are parked. The journey takes about an hour, and it should cost 25 baht to get all the way to Doi Saket Center. We paid our driver extra to take us all the way to the lakes. On your way into the park, the path is lined with stalls selling the lanterns. I got excited and bought 6 of them. There is no set release time for the lanterns. You can buy as many as you want and set them off whenever you want. We were at the festival from about 6:30 to 8:30, and the skies were full of hundreds of lanterns the whole time. If this is your first time lighting a lantern, here are some instructions. First, rough up the edges of the disc in the center of the lantern. That will help it catch on fire. Hold the edges of the lantern low to the ground, and have someone else hold the top of the lantern up in the air to trap all the hot air. Now you can send your troubles into the sky. When you've exhausted all your lanterns, check out the market and the performances. If this video convinced you to go to the Lantern Festival in 2025, then book your hotel now. Every year, hundreds of thousands of tourists flock to Chiang Mai, which means accommodation skyrockets in price and books out way in advance. Last year, there was a hostel that overbooked by like 1,000 people. There was some error on Hostel World or something. As we were at the festival, we kept meeting different people that this had happened to. So first you think it's like just a rumor. And then we just kept meeting people who booked this accommodation, thought they had everything sorted, turned up and were just out of luck. So moral of the story is, I guess, double check your accommodation. Our video next week is for those of you ready to take the leap and start traveling, but you're unsure how to get started. We've got all the hot tips for you, so subscribe today to stay in the loop. We hope you enjoyed this travel guide, without the fluff.